as they work down the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. Tom Hahn, final pick in the Facebook chat. He goes for Corey Day. Here we go off turn number 4. We are underway. Night number 3 of the ASCORS Racing League Chili Bowl Nationals. And into turn number 1, it's going to be Corey Day out the top of the racetrack, but just underneath them is Colton Hardy down low, side by side on the front straightaway for lap number 1. Give the lead to Colton Hardy, James.
Yeah, for sure. That's good to see. The bottom seems to be good on the restarts here when you don't have a lot of speed built up, around the top. So, he took advantage of that and rolled the berm and came out with the lead. I think the bottom was definitely the place to be there first lap. So we'll see what happens here.
Green flag back in the air. Good start for your top 2 drivers, Colton Hardy and Dylan Wilson, as they both kind of slide themselves down into the corner as they work down the back straightaway once again. This time they actually run the bottom of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. I feel like that's kind of what we saw last night, James. You were out there on the track, and it seemed like the slider line in 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4 was the line, and that's seeming to be the thing here as well. Not sure if we lost James Edens or not, but we're going to keep on going here. It's still Hardy up front with Dylan Wilson trying to track him down. Now they've kind of progressed into a slider line around the whole racetrack as the caution comes out once again here. And this time we've got on the lid Carson Hocevar. Let's see what happened to him here. Oh my goodness, huge pileup. These guys were 3 wide at the back. Hocevar jumped over the inside berm, and then a 6-car pileup ensued. Absolutely. So we've got 4 laps down and 26 to go here. The pace car pulls off. We are going green, I believe, right now. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Fantastic restart for Dylan Wilson. If I was him, I would have tried to roll the bottom right there, James, but he slides up the racetrack right behind Hardy, and Wilson looks like he might have the better car. Now he tries sticking the bottom down in 3 and 4. Wilson at least trying something a little bit different, and in order to get by Hardy, he's going to have to be a little bit different here, James, I think.
Yeah, for sure. You can never pass the guy if you're just following him. So, but yeah, I definitely would have stuck the bottom in 1 and 2 and tried to. That's probably going to be the best time it works when you don't have the speed up top yet.
Absolutely. So Wilson, he continues to try and make something happen. He goes back to the bottom. Hardy nearly tags the wall off turn 4 that time by. He keeps on going down the straightaway into turn 1. Hardy still showing the way with Wilson in second. Look back to the 4th spot. It's Cole Cabre. He's moved up from the 7th position, and now he's looking underneath the Corey Day. And so Cabre currently in the 4th and final lock-in spot for Saturday night's feature. Back in 5th is Cody Trammell. He's on a hard charge here. He's running some good lap times as well. Up front, Hardy with a 11.54 the last time by, and Dylan Wilson also with an 11.54. So your top 2, James, seem to be the class of the field right now.
Yeah, for sure. I think it comes down to they have, clean track and they can do what they want with it. As Hardy gets in the wall a little bit there and see if Wilson tries to throw something at him.
He looks down to the inside, definitely was on. Oh, car upside down right in front of Hardy. Oh my goodness. That could not have been any closer for Colton Hardy right there. Upside down just in front of him, Brett Wilson, and Hardy has to get into the wall to avoid him. I mean, as the leader right there, James, your heart just has to almost stop. The pace truck is pulling off the racetrack. We're set to go back green. We do have 12 laps down and 18 to go. It's been all Colton Hardy basically this entire race. As we go back green, Wilson with a great restart. He's going to try and stick the bottom down in 1 and 2, just like you said, James, and he's not going to get up next to him quite yet. He's going to have to keep trying it, though, if he wants to try and get by Hardy. We know he's not going to settle for second. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, I mean, it's winner take all tonight on the money, so he's gonna do everything he can and hopefully get up there. I think we saw Cole Cabre in the background there through a slider on Corey Day, and he's up to 3rd now.
Corey Day now has fallen all the way back to the 5th spot outside of a transfer. Now he gets hit from behind. He's spinning around, and the caution will come out for Day as he's still getting hit by cars on the way by. So Corey Day, who is a fan favorite in the Facebook chat, gets turned around by, I believe, Evan C. right there, if I'm not mistaken there, James. So, man, Corey Day, his hopes are going up. He's looking, at this point, at a green jacket type of night from the pole all the way back to around the 8th position right now. How about Trammell? I didn't even look at him. He started 11th, and he's up to 4th. So Cody Trammell is on the move, ladies and gentlemen, as we go back green with about 17 laps to go. Oh, contact for the lead into the corner, and the caution is out. Restart is going to be waved off. I'm not sure if Wilson jumped the start there. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. But the restart being called off as Wilson, he definitely was in front of Hardy there at the start-finish line. So good call right there by the officials, James, because Wilson jumped the start there a little bit.
And picked up a bunch of those spots when those guys stacked up there. And, he's definitely going to be one to watch here late and see if he can, pick off a couple more of these guys.
The green flag is back out. Hardy back to the lead as Wilson definitely putting some pressure on him as the yellow comes out again. We've got one on the lid, and it is Davey Scoville. Scoville on the lid doing his best Clint Wilson impersonation here tonight as he gets upside down after contact with Jeffrey Stanton, and Scoville stuck on the lid, and he's going to be going to get fitted for his jacket here a little bit later on tonight. So definitely knows how to get. I'm surprised he's not running this race, actually. So here we go. Pace truck is off, and we're set to get back going here. Back underway with Hardy up front, Wilson, Cabre, and Trammell. Your top four as Wilson tries to stick in the bottom again, but Hardy just too strong on the outside. Way too much momentum on the outside of this racetrack right now. Cabre, he's trying to get by Wilson as well, as Wilson's trying something different. Trammell also kind of setting it into the corner a little bit deeper than the rest of these guys, I'm noticing, James. He's kind of throwing more like a bigger slide job line than everybody else, but he's not really making anything happen right now, though.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's something, as the track gets slicker and slicker and the top kind of gets smaller and smaller, it's a safer bet to kind of go, deeper and later and, just try to stay out of the wall. So we'll see if it starts working out for him in a few laps here.
Absolutely. So I'm just waiting for one of these guys up front to bounce off the wall, and that'll be all she wrote here. We'll have a great race as Cabre closes back in on your top three. And now your top three have pulled away from the fourth place car of Cody Trammell. Fifth right now is Jake Fromke. And in sixth, Trey Smith. Seventh is Corey Day. Eighth, Aiden Perdue. Ninth, Evan C. And in the 10th spot currently is Graham Bolin as he just gets slid just now by Justin Thomas, who's fighting his way forward after being in the B main earlier on. So Thomas, late in the going, has moved his way into the top 10 by Graham Bolin as we work back up to about the 6th spot. Corey Day battling hard right now with Aiden Perdue, who's also fighting his way forward from the B main. So some good charges here out of these guys from the back, James.
Well, yeah, for sure. I think the track's got two viable grooves right now. Coming to the field, you can work around guys that are trying the bottom, or if you're patient enough, you can roll the bottom by the guys running the slider line. So definitely some movers, and so far.
Back up front, good battle with lap traffic looming ahead. Dylan Wilson keeping the 80 car down low, side by side down the back straightaway. Hardy feeling the pressure right now. Does he make a mistake at the line? Wilson's your new race leader. Wilson got him 5 laps to go, James, and it's getting hot and heavy up front with lap traffic closing in just a little bit here.
Yeah, this is what we came to see. A good 2-groove track right now, and then hopefully these guys stays green and we can get into the traffic. We'll see what happens there with the leader running the bottom, and so is traffic.
And caution coming out. Man, that is how a game comes all week, man. We get to lap traffic, and as soon as we get there, the caution comes out. A good side-by-side battle, but man, I don't think we were really expecting this, James, as the bottom is kind of came in a lot better. We'll see if that is what the advice that Dylan Wilson goes with here. We're going to have 4 laps to go when we go green. As we come off turn number 4, 4 more times around, who's going to win $250? Dylan Wilson, Colton Hardy, Cole Cabre, and Cody Trammell right now, the 4th place car. Trammell underneath of Cabre down the back straightaway. Trammell, he's trying to step on the bottom step of the podium here. He looks underneath of Cabre, and he's got the 3rd spot on the line. So Trammell, with a late race run here, is making his way to the front, James, but he's running out of time.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely bottom's coming back around. So we'll see if these guys adjust late, taken away from them. So we got another caution.
Holy cow. So we are not done yet. Cody Trammell might have something to say about this thing by the end of it. We're going back green with 2 laps to go. Dylan Wilson back on the hammer. He's looking for $250 next time by. I believe we'll be coming down to the white flag as Wilson's pulled away from Hardy just a little bit here as they come off turn number 4. I believe the white flag's in the air, and Wilson's got a ton of room to work with. Trammell, he moves Hardy up the racetrack. Trammell to 2nd. Cody Trammell from 11th to 2nd now, but Dylan Wilson wins night number 3. of the ASCORS Chili Bowl Nationals presented by Tops Up Here Bud Quality Threads. But the story, Cody Trammell charging from 11th to 2nd, and he puts in an incredible run, locks himself into Saturday. Cole Cabre ends up 3rd, and 4th will go to Colton Hardy, who led a lot of laps tonight. But man, oh man, Wilson looked like the guy to beat for a majority of that race. He was pushing Hardy around the entire racetrack, James. And you talked about him before the race even went green, that he was going to be one to beat, and sure enough, he did it.